Oh, I forgot to check in on the nuclear fusion breakthrough. No one talked about it on Twitter. Fuck, was it not that big of a deal? Let's see. Oh, they finally reproduced the power of the sun in a laboratory. Didn't they do that not too long ago? I thought I... Didn't I actually bring this topic to that video we made about science? What was it called? What? Hold on. I thought they had already done this, like in Russia, or was it China? Let me see. Made a video on this. Because they had a really cool machine that had a very difficult to pronounce name. So I sounded like a fucking idiot when I was trying to talk about it during the video. Oh, here it is, yeah. China's $1 trillion artificial sun reactor. And it got 5 times hotter than the sun. So is this just the first time we've done it? They produced net positive... maybe I should have continued reading. Let's see. Oh, so is what you're talking about, the net positive? Produced more energy than it took to start the reaction. Okay. Well, that's pretty hype then. Thanks to the Prime Moon and the Resub 707, Monkey, Orange, Bismuth, and the Prime Clums. And the Bit Samboni. I can check those out. And the Prime Lord. Jesus, this is also intense. All of this effort for a 1.5 energy gain. But I mean, that's definitely a good start. Chat GPT article. True. Yeah, it's all just very small on scale right now, obviously, since it's in its infancy. Nice. An embarrassing disappointment after 3.5 billion invested. Jeez, what a scathing review. All right. So maybe in another 20 years this will really get perfected. And it looks like they did it a different way than the facility in China. The facility in China used a very different technique from what I can see here. Hey, thanks for the... Oh, Jesus. Thank you for the 10 gift subs slasher. Thank you for that. And the resub Aaron and Gyro and TG. And E Falat, Icy, and Binjules in the prime. KP and Psych. Oh, that's wholesome. Thanks for the bit slick back in the prime vanilla. .5, not that much clueless. I'm just talking about like the actual scale of it being the size of a pencil eraser. There's a resub panda in the resub panda in the prime buck. That's a very strong start. It says a factor of 1.5. Yeah, again, the size, look, up here is what I'm talking about. It's all just a very small amount that they're working on. But yeah, it outputted 1.5 in energy gain. There's resub HODs. .5 better than 1-1. Yep. Agreed. There's a tier 1 snow. There's a prime highwire and the resub Lithion. A pencil-sized star is huge. You have no idea. Well, you're right. I do have no idea. I'm not a fucking scientist. There's the resub H&WT. L Mini Sun. It's not the first Mini Sun though. That one still goes to China, it seems. But theirs took more energy to produce than it output. So, as I can tell, this is a first where it was a net positive energy gain, which is pretty hype. I think that bodes well for the future. You play High on Life? No, not tonight. I don't know if I'll finish High on Life, to be honest. Like, he's not bad or anything, but I really wasn't super into it. That writing is just not really for me. I like the visuals, the world, and the gameplay is pretty enjoyable, but I just don't know if I'll finish it. We'll see. The prime highwire. There's a tier 1 Relim. And the resub Devin, Lycan, and Prime Puke. Game looks miserable. It's not miserable. Especially not for fans of Rick and Morty. You're basically playing the Rick and Morty FPS game. So if you're a Rick and Morty fan, I think you're gonna fucking love it. Thanks, resub Catastrophic. No, I haven't watched the new CoffeeZilla video yet. I'm not gonna watch it tonight, but I will in general. You hear construction has begun on the line. Is that like a D's nuts kind of thing? What is the line? Oh, that's sad to hear, Atlanta. It looked good. Is Crisis Core remake not good? Thanks for sub filthy. It's something in Saudi Arabia. The Line? Just sounds like the title to a movie. The Line, Saudi Arabia. A linear smart city under construction. What? The fuck is a smart city? Like some Blade Runner shit? A revolution in civilization. The Line will tackle the challenges facing humanity in urban life today and will shine a light on alternative ways to live. We cannot ignore the livability in an environmental crisis facing our world city, and NEOM is at the forefront of delivering new and imaginative solutions to address these issues. NEOM is leading a team of the brightest minds in architecture, engineering, and construction to make the idea of building upwards a reality. Here, let me pull this up on screen. Which one of these is like accurate to what the line's supposed to look like? This? I'm guessing this. Here. So it looks like it's supposed to be like a whole civilization built linear here, where things are just kind of throughout this, which is interesting. Literally Coruscant. No, what? Wasn't Coruscant like the opposite of a line? Wasn't it like a donut? We're talking Star Wars, right? Or is there another Coruscant? Or Halo. Yeah, this would be more kind of like Halo. Like you take the line and you just make a fucking circle out of it. Or even like Elysium, almost. Coruscant was a whole planet city. Oh, I thought it was just like a region on the planet. Oh, shows what I know about Star Wars lore. Thanks for resub Krith and the gift sub Corbin. The bits Tory and Slick. So they're making a big street. Well, I guess you could look at it that way. From this concept art, it just kind of reminds me of the Citadel in Mass Effect, but in a straight line. These are resub Goods and Zura. Literally a waste. If they can pull it off, why not? Building upwards instead of outwards and taking up more land is probably better. At least to my little brain, that sounds like some kind of improvement. Awful use of money and resources. Oh yeah, probably. He's a bit slick in the Prime Military. In the Prime Jedi. And the resub Mega Dumb. There's a quick 2-minute video on it. What, that breaks down why it's a bad idea? Here we go. This is an explanation of it.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life.
That seems like it'd be fucking miserable to be that close.
Communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort.
That sounds hype, I guess. I don't see that happening.
The line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation. Energy and water supplies are 100% renewable. The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature. With 40% of the world accessible within 6 hours, at the heart of the globe's key trade routes, a place for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on Earth seen before. The Line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
This actually just feels like the intro to a sci-fi movie where it then zooms out after this video and it's just like a broken TV in a dystopian world that's overcome with like zombies and shit. Hey, I'm all for that like deep future sci-fi shit though. Let it ride. I don't see how with current technology it's going to have fully autonomous AI servants that do all of the, what was it? Like everything? What was the AI credited with? Where was that?
To travel end to end, resulting in AI technology, services are autonomous.
Just all services. Jesus. Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet. Exit tier 1 Slick in the resub Horse, Yeet, Help, and Judah. In the Prime, Zaire. In the resub Cheese, Lenny, and Corgi, and Ollie, Rumble, and Asni. What happens if fire breaks out? The fully autonomous service workers will come in there and clean it right up. Thanks to resub Leland. It's fake. No, it's not fake, actually. I just went to their website, and apparently construction has started, at least according to this first article I saw on it. Yeah. According to the satellite images, the construction has now begun on the 75-mile-long megacity. Wait, 75-mile-long megacity? Doesn't this video claim you can walk end to end in 20 minutes, or did I misunderstand that? They said there's no cars, everything's walking distance, and then said you can go end to end in 20 minutes. How the fuck are you supposed to go 75 miles in 20 minutes? Oh, they have trains in there? Oh, okay, that much wasn't clear. I thought I was still walking. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I want to see what the construction looks like right now. Oh. Not much of anything yet. Hey, let it ride, I say. I'm super down for that kind of goofy future shit. It'll take decades for it. Oh my god, yeah. Thanks a tier 1 zombie. The bits Jmundo in the Prime stream. You should look up Foot Ferret's video explaining why it's impossible. I mean, I can already figure out a couple of reasons why that's probably not going to work. But here, I'll at least listen to a couple more. Who was it? Well, that's not coming up. Was that just like your own video you were promoting or something? Because that is not popping up. Thanks for some mustachio. Never even heard of that one, Slick. I can check it out. Just do the first one. Well, this is just about it actually beginning construction, and this one's about why it might not work, but this is from a year ago. I thought this was going to be something recent, but sure.
From the longest and strangest smart city in the world to Dubai's 1,400-meter tall Creek Tower, and from the plans of a completely new massive canal in Turkey to Dubai's failed island projects, let's take a look at some impossible mega projects and why they might be too insane to pull off.
So this is just going through just a general list of them. I just want one that focuses entirely on this. Did I get the name wrong? No, this still just doesn't come up. Adam something has a good video on it. Neom is a parody of the future. Yeah, this is the company behind the line.
So in case you've been living under a rock for the past month, the Saudi government has officially announced Neom, an ultra-high-tech region of the future, made up of Trojena, an LSD user's idea of a mountain resort, the Oxagon, the floating surveillance dystopia, and of course,
Revive
the
in
Line,
Cheshire.
a futuristic line-shaped city cutting straight through the landscape. And we're going to take a look at them now. First, Trojena, which is a mountain resort on crack, complete with a huge concrete artificial lake, some bizarre mirror...
This actually looks like the stage setup from the One Piece Red film. Holy shit.
Huge concrete artificial lake,
That's
some
pretty
bizarre
cool.
mirror cave, a portal connecting the digital and the physical, a vertical village where people are transported by balls, some ultra-luxury housing, and the world's most advanced healthcare and well-being center, to nourish both body and soul. Now, believe it or not, this is the least stupid part of Neom, and is generally feasible, if we leave out all the bizarre shapes. But as soon as the Saudi dictator wants something more complicated than a mountain resort, things start going downhill pretty fast. Enter the Oxagon, a chimera of
let it
seaport,
ride.
high-tech industry and residential areas, half of it floating on
Seems
the
so
sea,
silly.
100% renewable energy, fully automated seaport, clean advanced manufacturing, research and innovation, buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. However,
This is a cognitive city that
What
not
the
only
fuck?
adapts to your needs, but will learn to anticipate them.
it's just a fancy way of saying you'll be under constant surveillance by the Saudi state. And I'm sorry, you are building in the open desert. You have virtually unlimited space at your disposal. Why is half of this thing floating on the sea? Blocking
Because it's cool. I also like what everyone travels around on. The little hoverboards. Look at that shit. You actually travel by those little one-wheeled hoverboards. How do they make a profit? From the people living there? What do you mean? Same way like a landlord would make a profit, I imagine. Let me see where he talks about the line in particular. Oh, here we go.
Otherwise, life inside Neom would be rather depressing. You're locked inside a narrow tube full of buildings with prying eyes on you potentially from all directions at all times. If you want to catch a breather, you can always go outside though, into the open, empty desert. Or you can take Neom's transportation system, which is just as smart and well thought out as the rest of the project. The plan
Hey,
was
but what about the
obvious.
equitable
This idea
views?
of transportation inside the line is a metro line, a freight rail line, and some ultra-high-speed whatever running at the bottom all along its entire length. And this is stupid for a
What is
number of
this?
reasons. First, you
Is this like the tubes from Futurama where they suck you up and spit you out? That's what it looks like. What is an ultra high speed transit? What vehicle roams these tunnels? Thanks, Resub Smoke. Just a fast train? I guess. Maybe, yeah.
stupid for a number of reasons. First, you have to build 170 kilometers of subway and underground freight rail, so basically 340 kilometers of double-track rail tunnels in total. And then, between those, some kind of techno-bullshit rapid transit that takes you from one end to the other in 20 minutes. So the thing would have to run at least at 510 kilometers per hour, not counting stops along the way. I've heard rumors they want a Hyperloop, you know, that thing Elon Musk admitted to be a scam to try to get California high-speed rail cancelled, but here a regular maglev would also be enough. Otherwise they would have pods, because of course they would, and also air taxis.
I
which
feel
has
like
been the
any
stupidest-
kind of disaster with their system down here, like a train crash, would actually just destroy the entirety of the line. Like, I feel like it would just completely collapse the entire system.
high-speed rail cancelled, but hit odds because of course they would, and also air taxis, which has to be the stupidest, most dangerous idea of all. Running a helicopter in a narrow, semi-enclosed space like that within close proximity of public areas and housing. So not only will you go
They're
dead
very
from the
talented
noise and blind
pilots.
from the rotor wash creating a tornado of trash and dust, you'd also get blown down into the chasm, if the thing doesn't crash into the walls first due to some erratic turbulence. So you would be using the subway for local transportation and the maglev for long distance. And this is a problem, since we're going in a straight 170-kilometer long line.
Is the
If there's
reason-
any failure at any point, your system is immediately cut
Kigo
in
and
half, not to
Deadly,
mention necessary
the prime
maintenance
cob.
or overhauls. That would be complete chaos. This is what happens when you have a single transit line serving millions of people. Oh, you wanna ride the subway? Sorry, someone fell on the tracks 150 kilometers down, so now 5 million people are late from work. And if you need to get to the other end but the maglev breaks down, I hope you like traveling 200 stops on the subway for 5 hours, because that's what you're going to do. And these problems could easily be solved if the line was shaped like a regular city, not a fucking line in the desert. Speaking of,
Yep, so pretty much every problem you can pretty much imagine that thing will fall victim to. But my counter argument would be, who cares? I'm not living there. Just let that future technology shit ride and see what comes from it. We could have ourselves an Elysium situation in no time. It is a stupid idea, and I welcome it. I'm all for that mad science garbage here. Make a entire city in a line, stack it on top of each other, and put some trains under it. Thanks to Resub Ranson and Ann Lukey. Let me see if my friends are ready. It's starting to get kind of late for rating. Thanks to Resub Pandemonium. Thanks to 2 gift subs, J Mundo. Would I live there? Absolutely fucking not. I do, however, think there is merit in the idea of building up instead of out. Like some Bioshock Infinite shit, but we're definitely not there to have like any kind of floating buildings or anything of that nature. Thanks to resub, Rosea. It's just Chicago and New York, though. That's like anything but. That's like building in on itself, where everything is so fucking compact you can't move. God, I hate New York. Thanks to the resub, Sandy and Keller and the Prime Silent. Skyscrapers? Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about literally building everything going upwards. Like, just everything straight up. Oh, you need to go to work? Okay, take your space elevator up fucking 200 feet to the floating building. Thanks to resub Scar and Brood, voice crack Brood, and the gift sub Subliminalist. And the tier 1 Rad. Yeah, that's how we got on this topic. The construction on the line's already begun. That's how we ended up talking about this.